Greetings, YouTube. Stick with this. I'm going to tell a little story. It's a true story, and I want you to share it with all of your liberal and pro-regime family members and friends. This is, like I said, this is a true story. There once was a very large family, and I know this family well. Very, very large. They're blowing shit up across the river. You can probably hear the whistle. Hang on. See if you hear this. Scaring the shit out of my dogs. Anyways, this family had everything going for it. Unbelievable wealth. And again, it was a large family. Lots and lots of kids with their kids and grandkids and nephews and grandnephews and nieces and you name it. And they lived in this unbelievably huge mansion. And while they did have problems, they had financial problems from time to time because it's the lifestyle that they lived. They had difficult times, ups and downs like any other family. And the parents really kept a tight rein on this family's finances and on the freedoms that the family had, you know, the rules and regulations. Like all families, this one had their own, and they enforced them. Not all of them were good. Not all of the decisions made by these parents were good ones, and sometimes, you know, those were the valleys. Sometimes the decisions and the rules and the judgments were great, and those were the peaks. Just like all families. So the parents decided to go on a very extended vacation, and they were going to be gone from the scene completely. And they entrusted their older children to take care of everything. They gave them access to the finances, to the real estate, you know, the assets, cars, property, everything. All of it. You know, the codes to the security alarms, the whole bit. And they wished them, you know, good luck. And the parents went. They went on their way and they went on vacation. They were gone. And the older kids in that family were suddenly in charge of everything. And one of the first things that the kids did, you know, not surprisingly, you know, immature people being immature, they became drunk with this power that they had. They were suddenly in charge of everything. And at first they started to use it, and then very shortly after they gained this power, they started to abuse it. And by that I mean they were more interested in partying and making all of the family feel good and giving them gifts and things that were absolutely not within the budget of the family unit. A lot of freebies were given to this family, to members within the family. And they started partying, you know, in the main house, having unbelievable parties that cost unbelievable amounts of money that you and I probably couldn't even dream of. You know, each time they held these parties, more and more people that they didn't know started showing up, and pretty soon the security was compromised because, lo and behold, somebody gave a friend of a friend of a friend the security access code to the property, and things started missing. And at first it was small things, but then it was big things, you know, including vehicles and some of the just priceless artifacts that were within the house, you know, some of the things that the family had collected for generations and generations. You know, and arguably family members in the past had died for these things. You know, people had served in the military and given their life and limb, you know, so that this family could go on this way. And slowly but surely it started to crumble. And when it started to crumble, it gained speed like a snowball. It was faster and faster, and the damage was bigger and bigger. And, you know, they consulted with each other and friends who they respected their opinions, and they tried to come up with fixes and trying to stop this you know, never-ending rush to the bottom of this endless pit people that had lost or given up their jobs or lost them, couldn't find any jobs anymore, and they became dependent on this family. And of course, all of the friends and the people that were benefiting from this family's wealth were very happy with the rules and the regulations. And they were excited. Being in this family or associated with it was a hell of a lot better than when the parents were there with all their rules and their strict regulations and, unwavering support of the founding rules that family had gained its wealth living under. And eventually, the damage got so bad, and so many people were dependent on the limited assets and funds that this family had, that people began to wonder if, when the parents did return and take the reins again, if it was even salvageable, if they could ever get this family back to the level of safety and security and financial stability that they had once enjoyed. I'm not the only one that knows this family. Every single one of you are part of this family. And I just hope that when our parents return, when we get the kids out of the house and get some real mature minds in there, people that act on intelligence and not on emotion, people that don't try to give away everything to make people support them, I hope that we can recover. I have my doubts. God bless you. God bless America.
Come this way so I can see it. Get him, Charlie, get him!